Okay, there we go. Let's start from the beginning. So, yeah, welcome creatures of all ages. This is Warhammer 3, a SFO, and we are playing High Elves. Thanks to the generous assistance of Cara Malone. We are... yeah, thanks to the generous assistance of Cara Malone, I have been able to set up my my new SSD that I recently bought, and and we are about to play the largest game in my Steam library, I believe, because I'm too cheap to buy Baldur's Gate 3. So, this isn't exactly history, but I am not just a history streamer. I am also a lore streamer, and just opening and closing my mouth to make sure that... Hold on, let me look at my VTube Studio. Yeah, it's working alright. I am also a lore streamer, and I am also a lore VTuber, and Warhammer Fantasy is one of the deepest lores in any out of any game. Arguably as much lore as Lord of the Rings, or Star Wars. The first Warhammer Fantasy army I ever played was Dark Elves, and yeah, first Warhammer Fantasy army I played as was Dark Elves, and I was entranced by the amount of lore of the Wars of the Elves. I still don't actually fully understand the the lore of Nagash and the lore of Sigmar. That's why I'm just that inundated in the Elven lore. So, I'll explain it as I go along, all in all. So, let's get started.
In the name of Magnus.
We are playing as the lawful good hero in an otherwise grimdark world. His name is and that of course is Tyrion, Prince Tyrion. Among the High Elves, the names of Tyrion and Teclis are spoken with hushed respect. The fame of those twin brothers extends throughout Ulthuan and into the lands of beyond. Born into one of the oldest families of Ulthuan, the brothers can trace their line back to the doomed Anarian, first and mightiest of the Phoenix Kings of Ulthuan. It is their destiny to perform mighty deeds and shape the fate of kingdoms. Prince Tyrion is the High Elves' greatest living warrior, so valiant and skilled is he that bards of Ulthuan sing that he is nothing less than Anarian reborn, a tale that has given credence far beyond Ulthuan shores. Since Tyrion's meteoric rise to fame, many have wished of his destiny to lead the High Elves towards a glorious future, and perhaps one day to take the Phoenix crown. If Tyrion hears such gossip, he pays it no heed, for he is unswervingly loyal to Finnabar. Thus does Tyrion concern himself only with the twin duties of protecting Ulthuan and its Everqueen. However, the latter is seen as less of a duty than it is a calling of the heart. It is common knowledge that Tyrion is Alariel's consort, and has it been for many years. The High Elves, or the Asur, as they call themselves, are one of the most ancient and powerful civilizations of the old world. Hailing from a mighty mist-shrouded island continent located at the center of the Great Ocean, the High Elves of Ulthuan are a proud and mighty kingdom of masterful warriors, peerless mages, and lords of the sky and sea. At the zenith of their power, the world was truly theirs for the taking, but in their arrogance they brought about a bloody war against the dwarves, which crippled both of these two elder races. The time of the High Elves has passed, yet such is their immense pride that they fight on regardless, for they consider themselves the true and rightful protectors of the known world. Let the servants of destruction beware the Asur's righteous wrath. We are playing as Tyrion.
Heir of Anarian.
So he may take the path of retribution or unity, and every High Elves faction grants unique confederation bonuses. So yeah, retribution or unity. Retribution is when he goes on an rampage, including possibly declaring war on other High Elf factions if you refuse to come along for the ride. Or unity, where he peacefully unites them. Then we have construction time, minus 50% for the Shrine of Cain building. The Shrine of Cain is what you need to build to get the most powerful weapon in the magic weapon in the game, the Sword of Cain, the evil Sword of Cain. Exalted versions of most units recruited at Lothern. Very nice. Upkeep. Alright, you know what? Let's get right to it. An island paradise said to have been created especially for the High Elves, Ulthuan has unsurprisingly not been able to escape the attentions of the wider world. It is a place of incredible magic, where unthinkable power is harnessed and borne upon gentle winds, while the swirling vortex at its heart inexorably draws in the surplus arcane energy of the world, preventing an all-out demonic incursion upon the mortal plane. Long as this place attracted the predations of others, be it the old world's primitive belligerents or worse, the demonic hordes who prize elven souls above all others. Just eating a snack of pretzels right now. All right.
Sons and daughters of Ulthuan, be ready to fight.
Okay, so our current okay, so here's the thing. Usually when I play a Total War game, I do sort of a roleplay, and currently that roleplay is, that regular roleplay is where I pick a character that I designate as myself, Elves Zosimus Tarkus, or one of my alternate selves in other worlds. And roleplay his life and his campaigns and his war campaigns. However, I think the most suitable character for the character of this would be a lore master of Hoeth, and it's going to be a while before we set this up, so we're just going to ignore the role-playing aspect of it for now until we can get that. All right.
The Reaper.
Anyways, so yeah, Tyrion is a duelist and melee expert. Let's see what his abilities are. Curse of Anarian. If he's engaged in melee, so basically if he's engaged in melee, he can actually become unbreakable. Very nice. What else? So let me just explain who Anarian exactly is, because his name keeps on coming up. So elves, like many other races, were created by these ancient beings that came to the Warhammer world long ago, called the Old Ones. And after the realm gates after the realm gates shattered, basically the realm gates were at the poles, and they were used to harness by the Old Ones to harness magic. However, eventually those realm gates collapsed, and out of the realms of chaos spawned a flood of demons, and they immediately started rush to Ulthuan. Ultuan, and rising up was the hero Anarion, who threw himself into the fires of Asurion, the god Asurion, and became known as the first Phoenix King. And because he was reborn in the flames. Tyrion is descended from his first set of children, with the Everqueen, the guardian of nature. However, eventually, the Everqueen died, and he had a new wife named Morathi. Morathi was a witch who possessed dark magic, who used dark magic, probably from Slanesh, the god of the chaos god of excess, and with her, he had a son named Malekith. Hold on a second. Let me look at the. Yeah, Malekith is currently the leader of the Dark Elf faction, the High Elves' ancestral enemies. But most notably is the Sword of Cain, which is currently located over here. So. What's his name? So Anarion eventually, in order to get the power he needed to defeat the demons, he drew the Sword of Cain, and or also known as the Widowmaker, the magic blade of the god of murder, Cain, and because of that, his entire bloodline was cursed with bloodlust. Tyrion is a has been cursed by this bloodlust, but unlike Malekith, who succumbed to it and embraced it, Tyrion was able to control it.
Her servant.
So, anyways, let's have my Heavens Wizard Venola join in, and we are about to raise some hell right here.
Protector of the
against the our hated enemy, the Druki, also known as Dark Elves.
Servant of the king.
So as you can see, we have one of them, probably one of the most OP units in the game, which is the Flamespire Phoenix. The Flamespire Phoenix actually drops bombs. It drops the Wake of Fire. But it requires a bit of micromanagement, but basically you can fly it over enemies and drop bombs on them. And you can do it many times. It has like 10 charges or so. But I think that would be a little too easy, so I'm going to use it sparingly. Otherwise, we have a basic army of spearmen, Lothern Seaguard, who are spear and bow hybrids, and Silver Helms, basically the standard heavy cavalry. The standard heavy cavalry units of Ultuan. And Spearmen, a high elf and dark elf spearmen are not exactly the toughest of units, but they're fast. So you can quickly get them into position for defensive position, of course. And I'm gonna have the Lothern Seaguards guard the flanks.
Silver Helms.
We're gonna have the Silver Helms just run around to get a good flank charge, a good rear charge in.
Sunfang lusts for battle.
Okay, so Tyrion is currently on foot. And let me see, what is my high? Okay, so the current spell my wizard currently has is Harmonic Convergence. Basically, buffs basically buffs a nearby unit into the sky.
Heir of Anarius, agree. Immediately. Onwards to victory. Setting forth. Defender of Ulf 1.
I'm going to get a few pot shots in. No, these are heavy. These are light cavalry. Don't want them to charge me. It's a unit and wow, it's an army and almost entirely of light cavalry. All right.
Ulfwan Mage.
I mean, yeah, I was supposed to use the bombardment sparingly, but, you know... Oh, yeah, you know what? I won't use it anymore. Just going to have the... have it dive into the enemy, the enemy missile infantry.
Wielder of the winds.
Assure warrior. I go. Battle cords. Assa forward. At once.
Alright, we have Tyrion, who is absolutely about to absolutely wreck the competition. Alright, cavalry are running down on everyone. Might be in a little trouble though, because currently getting bogged down by the enemy cavalry.
We will obey. Understood. For our ancestors. Onward, Assa, forward. To the fray. Assyrian guides us. For duty, apace. Furifare. Northern Sea Guard. Move. Assa Fury. Moving out. Silver helms.
Otherwise, pretty straightforward.
Spearmen. We away. Glory awaits.
Ulfwan Mage. Efua, bend to my will.
Tyrion is about to wreck the enemy. Wreck the enemy general.
The battle is lost.
And yeah, that should be it.
Moving out.
Now just to run them down. Google Map Wars will be lurking in the background. Thanks so much for coming, Edo. Yes, lurk more. Lurk. Please, Alright,
Odious Druki.
So as you can see, unlike in historical Total War, models or units are entirely are a lot tougher. They don't just get run down as soon as they while fleeing. They don't just get deleted while fleeing. There's also in this game a very long chain of upgrades for characters. Typical fantasy stuff, so going to be doing that a lot. With every victory, Tyrion leads the Asur towards the second scouring. The enemies of the High Elves will be purged. Yeah. So, yeah, let's just kill captives, because Druki deserve no mercy.
They must die. Protector of the Everqueen.
Alright, let's take back the Tower of Lysaean. Wait, hold on a second. They have fairly small garrison. Yeah, let's do it.
Champion of the Everqueen.
The nation call.
Alright, seems pretty easy. To be honest, I do like the lore of this game, but I am truly not a fan of the gameplay. I really prefer historical Total War. I wouldn't say one is better than the other. They're just different games. I just prefer historical Total War. That's all it is. So once again, wall of spears.
Silver Hounds. Orders received. Eager for battle. Silver Hounds. Sword of the Asur.
And so yeah, the elves have their standard bows, but the dark elves actually have repeating crossbows. Which are actually some of the nastiest ranged weapons in the game.
Heir of Anarion.
Alright, let's get those juicy flank rear charges in.
Lakoi Soraya!
Honor of the Rust.
As you say. Quickly move. We will obey.
Alright. And And here we go.
Asturians, guide me! The winds are rising!
Yeah, the cavalry in this game have a very unusually heavy impact to the point that they actually send enemies flying. Obviously, in reality, cavalry impact is not that high, but heavy. At least I don't think so. But you know, this game is all about the rule of cool, anyways.
Advance! We go! For Assyrian!
And that's it. Forgive me if I'm a little irritable this stream because I am a bit short on sleep. Last night I got a little too excited about my remote programming job, so I just worked really hard, harder than usual. And since my Alright, more Airfanarian points.
We have captured it! Champion of the Ever Queen.
Alright, let's look at our currency. What exactly does this do? Let me see.
Those who speak the truth are always.
So yeah, this is
welcome here.
Tyrion's main love interest, the Alariel the Radiant, the Ever Queen. She is the guardian of nature, at least I think so. And High Priestess of the goddess of nature, Isha. So let's form a trade agreement. Oh, by the way, High Elves' main source of income is actually trade, not buildings. They produce a lot of trade goods and trade with as many factions around the world as they can. Who else is willing to trade? There's Illyrian.
What requests would you make of the Phoenix King?
There's Safari. Maybe.
Behold the court of Assur, traveler. State your business.
I will hold my hatred for your people for now. Speak your words.
Okay, Tyrnok is currently not a fan of the current Phoenix King, it looks like, so let's give her a little incentive. Basically just subsidy for one of the other one of the other High Elf princely states. As you can see, Ultuan is not entirely a king as much as a unified kingdom, as much as a confederation of small princely states under a single ceremonial ruler, the Phoenix King. There is Calidor, the kingdom of Calidor, which hates her guts.
Shield against the darkness. Her servant.
Okay, I want. There are different ways you can actually take Tyrion, take lords. I mean, that is generals. You can make them combat duelists. You can make them have them buff their units, or you can have them do better in the on the map. Basically, basically logistics. The first thing I'm going to do is definitely Route Marcher. I want them to move faster. And I want my wizard to... I want my wizard to, for now, get more spells. I'd like to eventually get her to the point where she can pull off Chain Lightning. Because the Lore of Heavens actually has some really nice damage spells.
Champion of the Ever Queen.
And let's see. I do want to get some nobles because nobles can help out with diplomacy. So let's build a elven garden, and let's also build an entertainment building. Because apparently that builds my Aerophanarian. Maybe it's good, and points. Maybe that's good for propaganda. Seriously, what exactly do these do? Well, I guess I'll find out.
Shield.
Maybe it does something like a crusade or warpath, like in Medieval 2.
Defender of Ulf-1. Protector of the Everqueen. Servant of the King.
Hold on a second. Oh yeah, that's right. There is actually another special character named Alistar the White Lion. Sort of a lieutenant of Tyrion. I don't know the full lore for him, but
We are the guardians of order.
Ever loyal.
anyways, let's recruit some more units.
Ever vigilant.
Let's get some archers. High elf archers are the shit. They are cheap, and they have good range, they have good damage, they're just good all around. And let's keep going. This appears to be the guy that's going to constantly, until we get rid of him, is going to constantly harass us. This is Count Noctilus. Count Noctilus is a vampire pirate of the vampire family of von Karnstein. So he largely actually comes from a single novel in the Warhammer universe called Dreadfleet, which is actually the name of his faction. Basically, what happens is he creates this vortex. That basically sucks all the sunken ships in the world over to his island, or galley or ship graveyard, where he can use it to build his own pirate fleet. And ultimately, most kingdoms just ignore him. However, this one pirate named Jago Roth is able to assemble a small pirate alliance to ultimately defeat the Dreadfleet. Let's do a random roll. What exactly is this campaign going to be like? What kind of a time is the early game? Let's get D6 out. Dice roller. Okay, I got a 2 on a d6. It is a time of growth. Alright. One for basically we get an initial burst of growth. So yeah, let's go.
Your orders?
Where else do we want to go?
As you command. Entering the garrison.
Alright, let's get some more spearmen.
Ready for orders.
And some more archers. Alright, Count Noctilus has landed on Ulthuan. Let's see what he intends to do. And alright, we have an Elven Gardens ready, so let's
Alariel's champion.
recruit a noble. He is intolerable, kind of, so basically he's kind of a jerk, which is why he's going to serve as a spy and diplomat instead of a spy and a diplomat instead of as a general.
You have my attention.
Tyrion, heir of Venarium.
Alright, let's keep on driving out the Dark Elves and uniting this, and uniting Ulthuan. This is going to be a little tough because I believe I'm outnumbered now. So, but I think we can still pull it off. Let's see how long we can actually go, because again, still short on sleep. Okay, harpies, dread spears. Let's try out a wedge formation.
Spearman, it shall be done.
Without fail. For duty.
As you say.
And let's get some.
Acknowledged. For duty.
Archers. Silver helms.
Alright, I'll keep them in hiding.
Yes.
Elves of Ulthuan, to me! Fight for your souls! Fight for your homeland! Alt 1 is defended to victory.
Alright, let's wait for them to come to us. I don't like the fact that those harpies can potentially flank us, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get rid of them with my Flamespire Phoenix.
Silver helms. Forward. We will obey.
Ulf one mage. Scython, hear me.
We away! By your command! Silver helms! Quickly now!
It shall be done. Without fail, we advance.
Northern Sea Guard!
Orders received. As you say. Hold! Defending order!
Alright, need to get my...
Draw back!
Oh dear, my Flamespire Phoenix is not looking too great. Looks like he lost that battle.
Heir of Anarian. Defender of Ulf 1.
Silver helms!
Alright, going to run my silver helms off to
Archers!
clear out their backline.
Sunfang lusts for battle.
I'm going to pull him back, clearly not up to the task.
Heir of Anarian.
Spearmen! Can I be brave?
We will obey.
Asser, withdraw!
Annoying harpies.
Heir of Anarian. Die, shooting!
Silver helms!
Sword of the Assur.
Alright. Otherwise...
Understood! For duty, as you say!
Archers.
Oh man, these high elves are just wrecking face right
Orders
now.
received. Loyal! For Alt 1! We advance! Move! Serve the king! March!
Eager for battle.
Alright, going to let my my boy Tyrion go on a rampage, just
Battle call!
entranced by the bloodlust of Cain.
Northern Sea Guard! It will be done! Sinner!
Onward. Winds of magic rise.
Setting forth!
Orders.
For duty!
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna go get some coffee. A little extra coffee.
Ready. Very well.
It shall be done! Asor, withdraw!
Archers. For Azurian.
Yes! Moving out!
For Alt 1.
If I can win this, this is going to be a bloody victory.
For Northern.
Without fail! Advance! For order!
Following Ethua.
Ah.
Pull back.
We away. Servant of light. Archers. Silver helms. Onward. Move.
Okay, that's a lost battle on my part.
Annihilate them.
Yeah, settlement garrison was just too strong. These harpies actually absolutely did work. But yeah, getting some extra coffee.
The gods weep.
Ill considered.
Servant of the king.
Our enemies will suffer.
Short-sighted. Ridiculous.
Inspecting the garrison. Entering the garrison.
You have my attention.
Shield against the darkness.
Mage of Ulthuan.
Never.
Protector of the Everqueen.
Archers!
Loyal.
As you say. For duty.
It will be done.
It will be done. Can I be praised?
Assure, warrior. Destroy them!
By Alario! For duty. Forward! Silver helms! March! Acknowledged! Seal! Attack! Moving out! Silver helms! Quickly now! Silver helms! Setting forth! Battle calls! Archers! Pull back! Horasaurian! Move! Silver helm!
Pull back! For order!
Ancestors! Silver helms! Acknowledge! Seal! Silver helms! Sinner!
Swiftly! We will obey!
Spearman!
Servant of light!
Draw back! Without fail! For the king! Loyal! Assa, forward! Spearman! For our ancestors!
Archers! Under
Withdraw! Without fail! Yes! Draw back! We will obey! To the fray! Draw back! Serve the king! We advance! We away! Without fail! Spearmen! Battle call! At once! Silver helm! We go! Kill them! Asa, move! For duty! Asa, advance!
You have my attention.
How can I assist you?
Brave son of Ulthuan, speak your mind.
I am ready. Disciplining the enemy. Please accept my apology.
Ill considered.
Mage of Ulthuan. Our enemies will suffer.
Lord of the Phoenix Court.
Short-sighted.
You called? For the greater good. The winds are right.
I await your command. The enemy will pay.
Never. At your service.
Noblemen, their life is forfeit. I apologize. The gods test my resolve.
Highborn.
Druki madness is intoxicating.
Death and destruction. The decadent paradise of Ulthuan.
Your instructions?
Noble born. You have my attention.
Let's hear it. Disciplining the enemy.
Ready to serve.
My strength grows.
Asur Prince. Ridiculous.
Born to lead.
No. Lord of the Phoenix Court. I serve the king.